Proverbs 18:26-28. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the froward thou wilt show thyself froward. For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but wilt bring down high looks. For thou wilt light my candle. Yahweh my power will enlighten my darkness. Psalms 22:24. For he has not despised nor abhorred the affliction of the afflicted, neither has he hid his face from him, but when he cried unto him, he heard him. Psalms 82:3-4. Defend the poor and fatherless. Do justice to the afflicted and needy. Deliver the poor and needy. Rid them out of the hand of the wicked. Psalms 90:15. Make us glad according to the days wherein thou hast afflicted us, and the years wherein we have seen evil. Psalms 107:17. Fools, because of their transgression and because of their iniquities, are afflicted. Psalms 116:9-10. I will walk before Yahweh in the land of the living. I believed, therefore have I spoken. I was greatly afflicted. Psalms 119:67. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now have I kept thy word. Psalms 119:71. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. Verse 72. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Psalms 119:75. I know, O Yahweh, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hast afflicted me. Psalms 119:107. I am afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Yahweh, according unto thy word. Proverbs 15:15. All the days of the afflicted are evil, but he that is of a merry heart has a continual feast. 2 Corinthians 2:6. We then, as workers together with him, beseech you also that you receive not the grace of Yahweh in vain. For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in the day of salvation have I succored thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. Given no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of Yahweh, in much patience, in afflictions, in necessities, in distresses, in stripes, in imprisonments, in tumults, in labors, in watchings, in fastings, by pureness, by knowledge, by long suffering, by kindness, by the Holy Spirit, by love unfeigned, by the word of truth, by the power of Yahweh, by the armor of righteousness on the right hand and on the left, by honor and dishonor, by evil report and good report, as deceivers and yet true. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 13. We having the same spirit of faith, according as it is written, I believed, and therefore have I spoken. We also believe, and therefore speak, knowing that he which raised up Yahushua Hamashiach shall raise up us also by Yahushua, and shall present us with you. For all things are for your sakes, that the abundant grace might through the thanksgiving of many redound to the glory of Yahweh, for which cause we faint not, but through our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, beginning at verse 1. My son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long. Make not an hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress. Add not more trouble to an heart that is vexed, and defer not to give to him that is in need. Reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away thy face from a poor man. Turn not thine eye away from the needy, and give him no occasion to curse thee. For if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him that made him. Leviticus 23 and 26. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Also on the 10th day of this 7th month there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and you shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto Yahweh. And you shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before Yahweh your power. For whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in that same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul it be that doeth any work in that same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. You shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations and all your dwellings. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and you shall afflict your souls. In the 9th day of the month at evening, from even unto evening, shall you celebrate your Sabbath. We are now entering an observance of tenderness. Second Kings 22 and 18. But to the king of Judah, which sent you to inquire of Yahweh, thus shall you say to him, Thus saith Yahweh, your power of Yasharallah, as touching the words which thou hast heard, because thine heart was tender, and thou hast humbled thyself before Yahweh, when thou heardest what I spake against this place, and against the inhabitants thereof, that they should become a desolation and accursed, and hast rent thy clothes, and wept before me, I also have heard thee, saith Yahweh. Behold, therefore, I will gather thee unto thy fathers, and thou shalt be gathered into thy grave in peace, and thine eyes shall not see all the evil which I will bring upon this place. And they brought the king word again. Psalms 119 and 77. Let thy tender mercies come unto me, that I might live, for thy law is my delight. Psalm 79 and 8. O remember not against us former iniquities. Let thy tender mercies speedily prevent us, for we are brought very low. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children which he shall leave, so that he will not give to any of them of the flesh of his children whom he shall eat, because he has nothing left in the siege and in the straitness wherewith thine enemies shall distress thee in all thy gates. Also the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter, and toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet, and toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in all thy gates, if thou wilt not observe to do the words of this law that are written in this book, that thou mayest fear this glorious and fearful name, Yahweh, thy power. Elohim. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 10, verse 5. Moreover, the nations in their wicked conspiracy being confounded, she found out the righteous, and preserved him blameless unto Yahweh, and kept him strong against his tender compassion toward his son. This is the book of Jacob, or James, chapter 5, verse 11. Behold, we count them happy which endure. You have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of Yahweh, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 3, verse 18. The greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before Yahweh. Verse 19. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. For the power of Yahweh is great, as he is honored of the lowly.